Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Kylum, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. In the previous episode, we had gone through the Nibelheim flashback here in Calm and learned a little bit of Cloud's history with Sephiroth, and learning a little bit as to why he is the bigger threat to the safety of the planet rather than Shinra. But, you know, Shinra is still a big freaking issue. And I'm also doing something a little bit different. In the last 9 episodes, I have been sitting down in my chair, and over the last 3 days, yeah, I've done a lot of recordings in the last 3 days, sitting down for, 40 minutes at a time really just is not comfortable, and it's not all that fun, which is why I bought a sit-stand desk when I decided to start making videos like this. So I have my desk up a little bit higher and I am standing. If you can hear any creaking as I sway from side to side and, hearing the floor creak and everything, I am sorry. And if my, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but if my voice kind of goes in and out due to me, getting a little far away from the microphone and whatnot, I am truly sorry. I will figure this out. I do intend on being pretty consistent with uploads regardless. And at the end of the last episode, I said I was going to be heading back into Calm because there are some items that we can grab here. And I do want to make a couple of purchases. So let's see, there is an ether right here. Thanks to Mako Energy, life's pretty darn convenient thanks to Shinra, don't you think? Nah, you're full of it. But I'd hate to think of what life would be like without Mako Energy. Yeah, you'd have to work a little bit harder. It's fine. Just a little bit. Mako Energy's made things a lot more convenient, and I get that. But a lot of plants and animals have been disappearing at a rapid pace. I think the old life was better. Don't you think so? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure I'm right. You think so, don't you? I do. And that could be said about the real world as well. Let's see, next house over. What have we got here? There's a dog. Talk to the old man. Did you say you came from Midgar? I used to live there too, but I heard they got lots of troubles lately. Okay. Should be something upstairs. Yes. And ether. And, there is absolutely nothing in this right here. Locked. Can't open it. And legitimately, you can't open it. There is no key that'll open that treasure chest. So it just stays there locked for the entirety of the game. Let's see. Up here. The Peacemaker, that is a pistol for a character that we won't be meeting for a very long while. Kind of funny how we weren't able to pick up that freaking megaphone from earlier, but we could pick up a pistol, even though we don't have said character in our party. And let's see, there should be... Guard source. Pretty sure that's everything in here. What's over here? Another ether. Remember this house, by the way. Remember up here. Remember this old man. I got my health and enough to eat. All's well. Remember him. When I say go talk to the old man in Calm, that is the dude you want to head back to talk to. If you were to be playing as well. This is a Let's Play. This is more for entertainment purposes. This is the item store. Alright, and let's see. I'll buy 1 extra tent for the time being. Tranquilizers got plenty of. I'll buy a few more hypers just because. Eye drops. I'll get 2. Antidotes are fine. Phoenix downs are fine. Potions are fine. Alright, we're good here. And then this is the materia store. Alright, Earth. There's poison. We could buy steel. Since heal is a different type of healing rather than restore, I will be buying that. I'll be buying an earth. Yeah, that should be it for now. And then we don't actually have to leave. All we have to do is just walk to the other side. This is the weapons store. We could buy a mithril saber for Cloud. If you didn't steal the hard edge, the mithril saber would be the next best weapon for him. The cannonball you can buy for Barrett. However, we did get the atomic scissors, and those are stronger. We are going to buy the mithril claw for Tifa. If you didn't steal the striking staff for Aerith, the full metal staff would be her strongest weapon. And then, of course, you know, mithril armlets. We have no need for those, actually, and since I still have them, mithril armlets, there you are. I'm going to sell all 6 of those, get me another grand back, and that's it. So, sort. Okay, so we're good on equipment for these guys. And that is everything I wanted to take care of here on Calm. There's nothing else for us to do, so we are going to be proceeding onward. And before I do that, so the PHS is something that you can use to... It's pretty much a cell phone, and you can use it to swap out your party members whenever you want. As long as you're on the world map, or as long as you're at a save point, that is when you were able to do it. And since we had stolen the atomic scissors for Barrett, we're going to equip those. And since we bought the mithril claw for Tifa, we will equip that as well. Everybody now has their best, most effective weapons currently equipped. And that should be enough. So let me check through materia. I did say I would... So, heal allows you to heal yourself from debuffs, essentially. So let's say Cloud were to get poison in the middle of battle. If Red 13 had this equipped, he could use Poisona to heal Cloud of poison. And then once we get 12,000 AP and it goes up to level 2, using this material would then allow whoever has it equipped to use Esuna, which works as kind of like a almost heal all kind of remedy. So if somebody were to get hit with multiple status effects, Esuna would get rid of pretty much all of them. And it works for poison as well. And then Earth is just a really solid magic materia. I actually really like it. I think I'm going to go buy a second one, actually. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did buy a second Earth simply because, and... let's just remove all on everybody, arrange, and start with Cloud. Let me see. I think I want Cloud with the... No. I do want Aerith with Restore All. I also want to put Fire and Elemental in her armor. I also want to equip her with the enemy skill. Let's see. So Restore All, Fire, Elemental. Then I'm going to give her one of the two Earth materias, and I'm going to give her Poison. Okay. Now Cloud. I'm just going to pair Heal and All with him, just because... we don't need cover, and who's gonna... I think Red's gonna have more HP, so he'll get cover. I also want Cloud to have Earth. Let's see, heal all Earth. I will give him Sense. Stop. Oh my goodness, go back. Thank you. So while you're in the materia menu, if you press square, you go back to your equipment, and then if you press triangle, no, if you press square again, my bad, you go back to materia. You can swap between the two without having to individually go back and forth like this. I do want him to have sense. Let's see, heal all Earth. I think that's fine for him. Okay, yeah. So, since steel, cover, and fire, and then let's see. I think lightning will be a little bit more useful in this plane range area, so I will go ahead and put ice on cloud then. And that is our materia setup. I am going to save. Slot 10 for episode 10. And now we're going to proceed over to the Chocobo farm. And if you want, you can press R2 to change yourself from this top down to a actual kind of regular field camera that you would see in most other games these days. It's quite nice. All right. Steel. And you know what? Since Aerith is the one with the enemy skill currently, I am going to have her start using Matra Magic when I can. Because that does good damage, and it should be able to one-shot these guys, I do believe. Yeah. It does good damage. I like it. And we're going to start working on getting her kill count on her getting her first limit for her level 2 stuff. And that there is our Chocobo farm. Before we actually head over to that real quick, I do want to come over here. Oh, random battle. These guys are annoying. Enemy skill. Matra Magic. That can inflict sadness, I do believe, which... Holy smokes, that was a lot of damage. Dang. Look at that! Did almost half of their health each. These little turds hit hard. And sinking is just a quake spell that they can do. No new weapons for Red 13 either. I don't know how to speak. Let me take that. Alright. So let's see. There he is. You can see that snake thing moving right there. That is a ultra hard enemy that we are going to be dealing with because we can learn our next, well, one of our next enemy skills from that thing, and that enemy skill is really strong. So we do want it. I do want to heal up. Who's got heal? Aerith. Yeah. Alright. Let's go to the farm. And before we do anything else, I want to interact with the Chocobos and go, work! Oh no, wrong one! Okay, just the regular one. They do a little dance. And we get the Chocomog materia. And that is the Chocobo Moogle summon materia. That is our first summon materia of the game. Who do I actually want to give that to? Oh, goodness. Cloud it is. Plus 1 magic, minus 2% HP, and plus 2% MP. And I'm going to go ahead and go show this off real quick. There are actually a lot of summon materia in the game, and pretty much all of them only have one attack, excluding two that I know of off the top of my head. One is this Chocobo Moogle materia. It has two different summons that you can do. There is the Chocobo and Moogle, and then there's the Fat Chocobo that you can get from it. The Fat Chocobo one doesn't show up all that often. And then the other one is the Odin summon materia that we can get near our main story visit to Nibelheim. Right? I think it's Nibelheim. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Nibelheim. And that one does have two different attacks to it. One's got a lance attack that damages all enemies on the field, and then the other one's got a sword attack that can cause instant death to all enemies on the field. But I do want to show off this trophy. And I say trophy because we will be getting a trophy the first time we use a summon. Come on now. I would like a random battle. Jeez, that took a little bit. These guys are annoying. Okay, so who's got the summon? Cloud. Chocomog, 14 MP. Deathblow. This is the Fledgling Summoner Trophy. So Deathblow is the one that has the Chocobo with the Moogle on its back. That's this one. If you don't see Deathblow, it will very likely end up saying... what's it called? Fat Chocobo, yeah, because it'll just drop a ginormous Fat Chocobo from the sky to just squash every enemy. And then Mantra Magic doesn't finish it. What the heck? Okay, Bolt? Are these guys just, like, super resistant to magic? I think they are. Let's go with Healing Wind, just because they won't leave Aerith alone. Yeah, they're definitely just super resistant to freaking magic. Physical attacks are the way to go. Leave Aerith alone! What the hell? Sheesh, and Cloud's doing good damage thanks to him having the hard edge now. Hell, he'd still be doing good damage even if he had the Mithril Saber instead. Anywho's, let's actually go into the Chocobo farm now since I had shown off one of the two versions of the Chocobo Moogle materia. Because we won't be able to get across that marshy swamp, which is where we need to cross, without getting a Chocobo. Otherwise, we will have to fight the Midgardzollum multiple times. Thinking of crossing the marshes? Yes. Then it'll probably be safer for you to get a Chocobo. That way you can zip through the marshes with the Chocobo. It's the only way to avoid being attacked by the Midgardzollum. Midgardzollum? It's a serpent-like creature over 30 feet tall. It detects the footsteps of anyone in the marshes. And then, BAM! It attacks. To avoid that, buy a Chocobo at me and Chocobilly's Chocobo farm. To purchase a Chocobo, please talk to my grandson. He's in the Chocobo stables at the far right end of the farm. And then if you want, you can come in here, and he'll ask if you're looking for an inn, say, yeah, it's 100 gil a night, that's fine. You can get that rather easily in the regular random battles around here. Gotta readjust my standing. There we go. Now, I would recommend having, I think, about 5,000 gil before you really even start this. Because we're going to need to buy a good chunk of stuff. I think you're the one we want to talk to. Yes, do you want a Chocobo? Give me one. You old folks are out of luck. Old folk? We're all out of Chocobos. I'm taking care of the ones out there for someone else. You know, if you really want a Chocobo, you should go out and catch one. You want to know how to catch a Chocobo? I actually already know. Da-da-da-da. Well then, shall we get down to business? I'll sell you the Chocobo lure for 2,000 gil right now. And you will need the Chocobo lure materia in order to be able to come across chocobos rather frequently. So we will buy that. Thank you. Wouldn't hurt to buy some greens either. Oh, and how fast the chocobo will finish eating depends on what type of greens you feed them. Yep, and we want the Gazal greens. And I'm going to buy... Ooh, goodness. Like 10 of them. That'll be fine. And that's all for now. Okay, so I said 5,000 gil. You only really need 3,000. 2,000 for the chocobo lure, and then 1,000 for like 10 Gazal greens. And that should be enough. So who has... Okay, so Cloud's got it. And Aerith has it. Okay. I'm gonna put Chocobo Lure on Cloud. Good thing he's got that. And I want to save. Alright, and I'm just going to... Hold up. Let's see. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. I have to look this up. Okay, I'm back. So we're not going to be running on that just yet. We want to run around somewhere up here. Until we come across moos. I can't remember which one moos are. Are they the... I think they're the squirrel-like enemies that are in the ground. Not these guys. These guys are leprechauns. But I am showing the fight off just because. Other than that, I will be trying to cut out as many fights as I can until I come across the moos. Because we need the moos in order to learn a new enemy skill called Level 4 Suicide. So I will see you soon, and unless I come across an Alpha Dunk, then I will show that one as well. Hey, Alpha Dunks! These guys are actually kind of difficult. Well, not necessarily difficult, but they can cause sadness, which we actually kind of want. It'll reduce the damage that we take by a good chunk. Look, I like that you want to cause sadness, but doing it on an enemy who's already afflicted by sadness is kind of annoying. Okay. So I will cut until we come across some moos. And after that, I will just speed forward through the fight until we learn Level 4 Suicide. So I will see you guys in just a second. Alright, so here is a battle with some moos. And all we want to do is kill this... what's it called? Leprechaun first. After that, we're just going to defend until these little turds use Level 4 Suicide on us. And it'll really only affect a character whose level is a multiple of 4. I'm gonna have Aerith cure us because, dang. And I am going to just let this fight run, and I'll fast forward to it. To one of them using Level 4 Suicide, unless they run out of skill power. If they run out of skill power, I will have to find a new fight against them. That's the annoying part of this, because they may not even use it, and it's annoying. There it is! So Cloud's the only one it hits. And then we're just going to Mantra Magic them. Alright. Cloud's the only one it hit because his level is the only one that was actually a multiple of 4. Alright, and now magic. Aerith, cure, thank you very much. And let's see. Let me put sadness on Cloud, reduce the damage he's going to be taking for a little bit. And now, the next thing we want to do is we want to arrange our items. We want the Gazelle Greens at the very top. And we want to run around, hold up. I'm going to save again, just in case. So we want to run around on the Chocobo tracks with a Chocobo Lure Materia, and we want a specific encounter. And when a fight starts, if you hear the little, you know, upbeat music like this, you know you got a Chocobo in there. Physical attack. And then Mantra Magic. Just to get rid of these guys. Because that's not the fight we want. I'm going to cut until I come across the fight that I need. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alright. So first thing we want to do is we want to use the Gazelle Greens on the Chocobo, and then we want Quake on the other guys, or Fire. Gazelle Greens typically keep the Chocobo busy the longest, and that is all we are trying to do. And then get level 4 Suicide ready. Ah, shoot, dang it. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh man, I completely messed this up. Okay, so we caught a Chocobo. That's not what we wanted to do. I'm an idiot. Okay, let me hop off. I will see you guys when I come across another one of those fights. I'm a doofus. There we go. Okay, so this time, let me not screw this up. First things first, Gazelle Greens, Chocobo, and then after that, level 4 Suicide on all these guys. And hopefully, the Chocobo attacks Aerith with Chocobuckle. Hey, you little shit, you just ran! Oh, I'm annoyed. I think I forgot. You need to use specific greens with this. I'm trying to learn the Chocobuckle enemy skill. And I'll have to come back and do this again later for the other... You know what, actually? Yeah, Chocobuckle's not all that useful early on. So you know what? Hell, it's not even useful at all. I'll wait until I have all 3 enemy skills and then come back for it. Okay, so you know what? I've made up my mind. I don't know how long I've been recording. Probably about 30 minutes, probably. And I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. And in the next episode, we are going to take care of the Midgarzolum and learn the enemy skill Beta, and then we will be heading onward to the Mithril Mines. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. You all have a great day. Peace out.